So 2022 was one of the best years of my life, I feel like. Well, guys, it's the end of 2022, as I feel that every year has its ups and its downs. Sure, we had a lot of lows, but we did also have a lot of highs. So I feel like 2022 is probably one of the more evened out but best years of my life. So it's interesting to see like where we came from. Like I weaned Seze at the beginning of this year. Like, she was on Foxy for 2.5 years, and I finally like weaned her off in 2022. We lost a horse at the beginning of the year. We finally finished our kitchen after living with it in basically the bare minimum for a year. I got a new job. Like, I left a very toxic work environment and I got a new career that I've started, and it has been probably one of the best jobs that I've ever had. I officially retired Sonny from barrel racing. He is done. He's coming into 2023. I feel like he does not owe me anything. We were partners. We were teammates for 13 years just about. So that, like, for him to finish sound for the most part, like, the only reason that he's retiring basically is because of heaves. So other than that, he has never had any kind of like career ending injuries or anything like that. He finished sound. Like, I feel like that's the best outcome for a barrel horse, for him to go 13 years and not have anything wrong with his legs, nothing wrong physically, except for just like basically asthma. This year we traveled to Arlington for my birthday. We always do like a little birthday trip and everything, but this year we went back to Arlington. I'm so excited for next year's, just because we have so many different adventures planned for 2023. I broke Seze. Like, I got Seze's first rides done on her this summer, and I broke her to ride by myself. So that is a big accomplishment, I feel like, for me. I have started this filly from the ground up, and to be able to go ahead and train her just to get to be able to ride, and that I can trust her to be just good with night riding and stuff, that's I feel like that is a big accomplishment for me. Another thing I did this year, I trained Foxy to carry a flag. We carried a flag for the first time this year, and we actually ended up carrying it twice. I also got the very first buck of the household for this hunting season. That was, I feel like, a huge accomplishment for me, just because I don't really go hunt that much, and I ended up stocking up the freezer with the first deer. I adopted a new barn cat. We named him Jack, and so we wanted to go ahead and get him for whenever we moved. I decided to record for the very first time in a studio. I won my very first Troxel helmet and a Level Up Apparel hat in a giveaway this year. I decided to compete on Foxy in her very first full season. We decided to do a season of MBHA, and she did not quite place in anything for like your 4D, 5D, but she did have a bunch of 5D times. She had some 4D times, and she had a 3D time. In our first full year of competition, we ran at 13 barrel races, and 2 of those were co-approved with the WPRA. For our very first season, Foxy won over $300 for her 5-year-old year. To some of y'all, these goals or these accomplishments may not seem like much, and you may be wondering why I'm so excited for them, but look back and see what all I have accomplished for this year, and to see the horses that I have. Like I said, this was Foxy's 5-year-old year. We weaned Seze off of her after Seze was on her for 2.5 years. So for her to be able to not have a baby on her side, to go into full competition, and to work on seasoning and stuff, I am elated. So these goals and these accomplishments may not seem like much for this year and everything, and I know that I'm just getting started. So 2022 was one of the best years of my life, I feel like, and I cannot wait to show y'all what we do in 2023.